Hi guys, this is the End Gaming. I'm Gibbet, and we are on Constantiam, Anarchy, uh, base walkthrough, 100 days playing. Uh, as you can see right there. Yeah, I'm lying. I'm a big liar. Um, but here it is. We're in the swamp, and that's how it started. So, a little bit of context. I cannot show you the world map, but as you can see on the minimap, we are in plains biome in the middle of swamps, and that's why I picked this location because I wanted to do a firework factory, and I needed um, all the types of flowers. I mean, as much as I could farm, and the blue dyes are the most annoying to get for me. So I wanted to have both the plains and the swamp biomes so I could do both farms. Um, I started by making these ruins. We're gonna do a surface visit first, and then we're gonna go underground. I started by making the ruins because I don't know. I wanted something like some landscaping, some ambiance builds, and so I did that ruined part, which is kind of empty, but this has some stuff in it. Like for example, there's a beacon here. 1, 2, 3. Hello. Doesn't render. It does render. So there's a haste beacon hidden in there. And in that tower, in the base of that tower, is first farm that I made for this base, which is auto cobble right here. And it fuels into a smelter with carpet dupers in order to uh, cook stone. I didn't go the extra mile and automate different type of stones because I felt at the time that was enough. And it was this base was starting on 119, by the way, when the server updated. It's pretty much when I started playing for real. If you check, you will see that my join date is um, 2018, but I barely played for like 2 days on 112, and most of my playtime is 119 because I was kind of bored with 112, so I went to other servers on Anarchy that had updated, and I basically skipped the whole quote unquote mainstream side of Anarchy that you pretty much all know and play on, which is all the typical clones, 9B, 2B of course, and all the list of Bs. And I went on to ncrystal.me and Phoenix Anarchy, which were updated. Um, so yeah, and the inside of this tower has a flower farm, which is these are the tall flowers, and they fuel into these chests. And there is my first basic setup. When I really arrived in here, there was a chest monster basically on that island, and out of it I built this tower, and then started on the base proper, which we are going to have a look at right now. So I started with this base of the tower, and the idea was to make two adjacent towers, one that was tall and black with a hue that would go lighter as we go up. So this is basically I started on the base with obsidian and black stone and deep slate, and going up higher with each floor. And I started with this idea of the double spiral staircase, which is inspired by some French castle. Maybe you can't tell by my accent, but yes, I happen to be French. Haters gonna hate. And yeah, this is the double staircase is a feature in a pretty famous French castle, which is Chambord. It's much prettier, of course, in Chambord, but I kind of love the idea, and I tried to mimic it on the floor with a yin yang pattern, semi implemented, but that's the idea. And yeah, I had quite a bit of fun in here with the texturing. As you can see, it's pretty intricate, and makes for a lot of variety and prettiness, I think. And before we go up, one of the main ideas for the base, because I've been playing for 13 years now this game, and I wasn't much of a builder until the recent years, and the more I got better at it, the more I experimented with new stuff. And the idea of this base was these two towers adjacent to one another, with modular structures attached to them, and the central advantage of that idea is that it would enable me to basically wing it, so I could attach stuff to these two towers and pretty much randomly, add to it in a way that was not fixed from the start. and that was really liberating in terms of creativity. I don't know if you like these shaders, but it will probably be better with the sunlight when that comes in. Um, and yeah, so I started this building, which is the main storage room, as you will see, right after the tower base, when it was about 1 story high, and and so I transferred the chess monster into there, which is my main storage room. As you can see, it's pretty compact. I don't like gigantic storage rooms. I don't like to run for my resources every time I need them. All the base was made out of this storage room, which is pretty organized. It's a bit empty right now because I moved everything to a new base location. This one is gonna go public, uh, even if I won't display the exact coordinates. People maybe will find it out of cleverness, you know. And this is the main hall. I'm really happy with it. Uh, the idea of modular building was also to be able to play a lot with colors and shapes, even if the shapes are not the most striking features of this base. I think it's really the play on colors that really makes it shine, and the level of detail, which I'm really happy with. I love how it turned out. So I called it Leamond, which is a loose tribute to an old 2000 RPG video game by Squaresoft, Vagrant Story, which I really love. Big fan of RPGs in general. Final Fantasy VII, Tactics, and all the Squaresoft RPGs, basically from that era, PS1, are pretty incredible to me. And this is very loosely inspired by that game and the city of Leamond, which is the centerpiece of the plot and the story. And yeah, if you know the game, that would probably not really make sense, but it does make sense for me, so that's what counts, I suppose. Um, let's talk a bit about redstone features of this base. So the tower is built on top of an 18-story cactus farm, which I'm just gonna give you a glimpse of right there. So this is the Il Mango typical cactus farm. 18 layers of it from bedrock to surface, and this was the center point of the base, because I on previous bases I had real trouble getting decent amounts of bone meal, without getting into gigantic farms that would lag the fuck out of the server. And I thought cactus would be a great way to get both XP and or bone meal. So I have a system right below here, which is kind of hard to visualize from this, but I can't really go free cam, because security issues. But there is a system to switch between bone meal and XP. And there is in the white tower right there a system with an auto crafter for bone meal. That I very recently implemented because we updated to 121, and I got 10 chunks of bone blocks out of it, plus massive amounts of XP, as you can guess. If I can reach the lever, that's going to be problematic, but if I put one stone in here, most of these ovens have been harvested recently because I was trying to make the base clean for publishing it. Let's see how much I get. 2 levels at from, so that's very decent XP, more than I can ever use, and that was really convenient for a lot of stuff, repairing picks, etc., gear, and you always need XP. So that's one big feature of this base is the cactus farm. And then I went up building. I really like this room as well. A friend of mine on the server, Yoko, provided with the frog lights, and most of it I found myself. Most of the resources. I only traded for frog lights and shulker shells. And most of the other materials were farmed in previous bases. This is the planetarium. I really like this room as well. Some random idea for making rooms as the tower goes up. There's supposed to be records in here, but I emptied them. And we go up again into a little patio with that guy. And can I make this jump? Yeah. This is one of the late add-ons to the base. It's a bee farm shaped in the form of a beehive. I don't know if it renders good, but I like the idea. I automated it as well with auto crafting, honey blocks. I have a system to recycle the bottles, which is right here. Basic item filters. that repump into the thing. I kind of like the beehive idea. Um, okay, and the floor above is villagers. I mean librarians mostly. I didn't have a ton of villages in this base, but I always like to have the most common enchants available at hand, and I make storage for it because that's always convenient not to have to farm um, when you need them, and also it's good XP and a lot of good trades. Glass, libraries, name tags. I really like this room as well. Quite pleasant, atmosphere. Let's go up. So this is another layer that's not really interesting. It's just transferring to the upper one. And there is my banner museum. So this is a project that I conducted a couple years ago, maybe 2017. I was born during the summer. Just a note, that was before the texture changes. So these are inspired by the old textures, and some of it has changed, mainly the ores, which are right there. So they don't look like the new texture basically. But I'm not gonna redo them because there was a fuck ton of work. Not gonna lie. You can count about 20 minutes per banner. There are 120 representing all the blocks in the game, pretty much. Not all of them, but pretty much all of them. You have the chiseled versions of stones in here. Bee nest, honeycomb. This is the loom. That was the hardest to make. And it's funny because, banners made with a loom. I really like this project and this little museum that I made for it. And here's the last layer of it with the coral blocks. These are the new blocks: mangrove, skulk. There's some stuff I wasn't able really to do because of the banner patterns limitations. You only have 6 layers, and the repeated pattern that I use uses 3 banner patterns, so I'm really limited by the 3 remaining ones. But I tried my best. And this is the second feature of the base that I really, really love. So I got this iron farm on top. It's a very basic design by Gnambon, who now works at Mojang, ex-Psycraft. I mean, he's probably still Psycraft, but now he's a Mojang employee. And I really love this feature because I wanted to implement things that give animation to the world. And so you get golems. Oh damn, this one. That happens from time to time. One golem that goes astray. But so I kill them regularly, one or two, so that they keep spawning. But basically, what happens is they fall on the side of the tower. As you can see, I have bits of flowing water on each relevant floor, and they fall onto this onto this bridge right here. One is probably gonna spawn very soon. They fall into this bridge and are directed into another bridge down below. Here, there's one. Plop. And plop. And plop. Let's follow this guy so we can have a look at the basement as he falls. Plop. Oops. And this guy is gonna fall right into this lava pit, which then fuels a little item sorter in here that trashes flowers, poppies, and then we'll come back to this part a little later. And it fuels an autocrafter for iron, which is there making blocks. Another pretty convenient feature of 121. This is another little build that I did with the villager breeder, which is right there. Another Gnambon build design. So you get the 4 beds and the kids. I give them bread in here. The kids drop below, pop up here, and then in here I get the adults. I turn them. I cure them, and then they're ready to go. Where I need them. As I said, I didn't go bonkers with the villages. I like small setups, as you can see. This base is not huge. The footprint is quite limited, maybe 12 by 12 chunks. This is another small setup where I can trade iron. I found most emeralds in previous bases, so I didn't really need a lot of them, but it's always convenient to have some, you know. Damn! I love the rays of light in here. Let's go back up. Shitty weather today. Sorry about that. Hopefully we'll have some sunshine before the end of the video. And then what's next? I did this little add-on, which I kind of like as well. That was semi in ruins. and features a melon farm, which I really love. It's my own design. This one is my own design. So it relies on pistons pushing the things, and then they pop. And I use a water mechanic with dispensers shooting, and then this row of slabs breaks the water flow, and the water is attracted by water below, and by the difference in height, so it flows in the center and does not break the stems. And then I have a system with hoppers to gather the yield. There's a stupid sheep farm in here that I tried to make. I tried to make it look good, but it's wonky, wool pops off on every sides. But likewise, I had a big sheep farm on the preceding base, so I didn't really need to farm wool. And wool farming is really boring, as you know. Finally, some sunshine. I have a cartographer here, but it's really for like populating the base, so to speak. And yeah, what else is there to see? This little bit that looks like a crypt was the first entry to the basement, and I'm really happy with it. That's the typical kind of things that you would do on SMPs, hidden entrances. And this one is a flying machine that goes down and opens to that staircase, which is the entrance. There I have a room for copper aging. I find this really convenient. I used to, do the whole thing where you separate them 4 blocks away, and it takes a fuck ton of space. I think Zizuma Void recommended this. So you basically lay your copper above a layer of fully oxidized copper, and the oxidation in a way spreads to the upper layer, and it works really wonders. Here I have another bees system for honeycombs, which work together with the copper, so you can wax it. And here is another pretty cool feature of this base. I was kind of obsessed with spawn proofing, because you will see right after that there's 2 creeper farms on this base, and I had a problem in the swamps with slime spawning, even right below the surface as we are here. So I made a system with small setups with a golem and hoppers right below it to harvest the slimes when they spawn, and it works. It really works. I didn't need much more. I have 3 golem stations like that, and that was enough both for farming slime and getting rid of the mobs. This is a small setup for seed pickles with bone meal, and you sit in there and you punch them, and water pushes them into a collection system that lands into that chest. just because I wanted some sea pickles to make the swamp look a little bit better. This is right below the main hole. I really like designing paths like that, where you connect different things. This is the wood farm, automated, INX04 model. And we arrive in here. This is way up, you know. These are the sniffers. Same, automated. You can hear the hopper carts below that fuel into there. And this we will see last. That's the firework factory. That's the masterpiece of the base. Let's go back up. Here's the creeper farm. It has 600 spawning spots. A pretty common design. That's El Mango, I think, with the tripwire and trapdoors, so it only gets creepers. There's a small cocoa bean farm. You know, another sugarcane farm that was previously bamboo. So I really had enough of it and turned it back into sugarcane. That's the sorting system for the fish farm. That's right above. Maybe we can have a look at it real quick. We can go through there. So that's the fish farm. I made a fake. I was kind of happy with that too. I made a fake witch's hut. Lol. I made a fake witch hut where you can stand right there, and there's hoppers below. You target the thing, the light, and then items fuel into this fake pillar that is connected below to the sorting system for fish. I like small sorting systems, and for example, here I have one for the basic materials, different types of stones, gravel and sand, which is connected to this chest. So basically when I come back from mining, I can dump most of the stuff in there and it sorts below, so it doesn't clog up my my main storage in here that I can use for really precise, ooh, I forgot that. Yeah, I can use that for really precise storage, and as you can see, I don't hoard materials a lot. I farm specific stuff for when I need it. I always farm a little more so that I have spare. But yeah, and as I said, storage is pretty empty because I really like this room. It looks like there's cables, All this is very intricate, as you can see. Um, Again, I don't have free cam, which is a shame. But for example, that carpet duper fuels into. Can I do that? Yeah. This carpet duper fills below this building and into this little bit, and so the carpet shoot in here, land on the ice, get redirected by the water flow, go all along the hopper line, and get destroyed by cactus in the end. I love doing redstone in a handkerchief. That's one of my favorite things. um, I find it very, very satisfying. Yeah. As you can see, not many people came here. Possibly three: Henny Crafter, Pope, and 87 AC, who doesn't really play Constantiam, but yeah. Mm, what else? What else? Oh, yeah. Above here is another little farm for which there is the redstone in here. And it's bluegrass farm. So you need shears. And then you spam the shears. It also yields some shrooms, but usually I have dedicated farms for the nether shrooms. Sorry for the noise. I have dedicated farms for the nether shrooms because when you need to run the tree farm, you need a ton of it. So yeah. And below is a collection system for that. This is where the cactus comes from, into the XP farm. Yeah. Let's visit the underground then. Maybe we can have a little firework show right now. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Firework show, people. So here it is. The masterpiece of the space, the central feature. We'll visit the flower farms right after. They're not that big of a deal, you know. I have powder snow in here to align items, so they fall right into this hopper, which starts the system, which we're gonna see last. And we should see cards. Yeah, starting to do the roundabouts pretty soon. Yeah. Yeah, motherfuckers. That's really the best part of this base. I'm so happy with the result. Firework show on demand. with matching colors. I designed a factory, which we're gonna see very soon, to make matching colors. You know, with the golems falling and blah blah blah. I think it really makes the base come alive, and that's what I was after. Um, this is my first Minecraft video, and I wanted to show how I play, basically. As you can see, a lot of detail, small footprint, so I don't burn out on size, and I can really go wild on details. Some parts are, rough, like this ruined, semi-ruined bridge. But a lot of parts are really, really detailed, as you can see, I imagine. And that's what I like to do. I want my bases to really stand out in the world, not to look like some fucking NPC village. I want it to look man-made. I want it to look detailed, highly detailed. Um, I think playing modded for quite a few years has influenced me a lot uh, into getting into more and more intrication when it comes to redstone and design and terraforming is pretty new to me. Next base is gonna be really heavy on terraforming because I think that's really the next level of building. The person that inspired me in that regard is Pearlescent Moon from Hermitcraft. She's a beast. She's a literal beast. I got a lot of inspiration, of course, from Etho and BOO, which are my two favorites. They have been my two favorite Minecraft players for a long time, and Pearlescent Moon just made it third. And I'm glad there's a girl in there now, because that was needed. Uh, the times they are changing. So here it is, Firework show, 5 minutes. Hope you like it. Lay on the base. Um, the goal of this channel was really to focus on the end game. So when uh, I wanna showcase uh, my work when it's finished. And with this mode of functioning, the small footprint, relatively small base, because that's maybe 3 months worth of work. One base of mine was griefed recently. The previous one, which is really smaller, that was my industrial base. The one that I found materials in for this one, and that industrial base was approximately a month work, 3 to 4 weeks. This one is 3 months really, and I think you can really tell the difference, both in terms of building skills and detail, intrication, landscaping, blah blah blah. Um, really think it shines as I wanted it to shine. So let's go down and stop the firework show, and I can show you the I just have to pick up this stone and it will stop. Um, all right, let's start by just a little showcase of the flower farms. I don't think that's too interesting, but you know, for the sake of showing everything, let's go. This is the swamp flower farm. How are they called again? Blue orchids. Uh, that should work. No, it's the other one. You know, pretty simple stuff. I kind of like how I did this one though, because you know it opens to the swamp water and pushes into there where there is a collection system that's half working. There must be a row of hoppers. Yeah, there's a row of hoppers between this layer of grass. Sounds a bit loud. Forget it. And here's the second one, which starts in here, I think. Yep. This one is a little more basic. We have four hoppers, four hop carts on the four different angles. I think I need to spam it to stop it. Right? No, it's the other one. Haven't used that in a while. So there you go. Water pushes the flowers. This was my first design and it's so shitty. I basically had the four hopper carts on the four corners of the farm, which fuel into this sorting system that's really shit. It's not designed to handle that much material, but it all ends up here. The main goal was to get the cornflowers, so I don't have to farm lapis. But in the end, maybe farming lapis was the better idea, because that's not really efficient. But you know, thanks to the cactus farm, I had infinite bone meal, so that was all good. And yeah, here's the wood farm. It's broken at the moment because it breaks when chunks unload, and I was too lazy to rebuild. But it's pretty easy when you have the Lightmatica at hand. And finally, let's have a look at the Firework factory. This was a feather farm for the Firework factory. I didn't bother making an item sorter because why bother, you know? This is just a cave room that I pimped up a little, you know, so that you can't see the lights. I quite love doing that, making some, you know, small terrain features and dim lights and stuff. Just working with stairs and slabs, you know. I think it really adds to the base, even if it's a small thing that's quite useless. It really adds to it for me. Um, so here's the where the gunpowder arrives, and here is a um, paper storage that connects to the different sugarcane farms. And here is the firework factory. So this bit is only made to craft the firework stars, which are the main component of the rockets. So I have two separate farms, one to make the firework stars right there, big, this big thing, and the other part crafts the rockets per se. I thought I would need more gunpowder and more paper, so I redid another sugarcane farm in here. That must be 10 layers, and another creeper farm in here that must be, I don't know, maybe 10 layers as well. This one is quite interesting because it fuels into this record farm in here. Maybe we'll see a creeper spawning, I don't know. So there's an item sorter that, you know, sends the gunpowder that way. And then I store the records in here manually. This is the, you know, basic record farm. Creepers land in there. Skelly targets the golem, kills the creeper. CDs drop in there. And let's run this baby. So of course I needed you know, all the flower farms in order to fill these dye boxes, which wasn't too much of a pain, and I have stacked quite a lot of that for the base to come, the next one. That works. That works. Yeah. So what's happening in here? This is my matching colors selector wheel of wonder. Yeehaw! And so what it does is this is a piston tape. I'm not gonna provide a world download for this, but it's pretty self-explanatory. If you ever done Redstone, that's a piston tape. So there's a, you know, circle of blocks that get pushed by a piston. Here we have a counter mechanism that was Maizuma Games design, and it counts 2 turns, and each time the repeaters face these redstone blocks, it sends a signal to drop 1 die into the cart below. And the principle is that, you know, I have 2 blocks, 2 full blocks on this side and 1 on the other. And since this is a color wheel, supposedly 2 colors from one side will match with 1 from the other side. And so you get opposites each time: blues with red, uh, purple with yellow, green with pink, orange with light blue, purple. Sometimes that doesn't work when the blocks arrive at the corners. So sometimes I just get one color or two, but most of the time I get three. I didn't really know how to improve that, but that sounded a bit too complicated for me. I didn't want to spend hours refining this idea, because this was, hell uh, enough to make it work. Here we have the add-ons to the Firework star. So we have the system is rather complex, crafting fireworks. So basically, you can have one of these three that makes three different effects. And so I have a triple randomizer in here. I don't remember whose design it was. Probably not Maizuma, but it's on YouTube. So the first step is the three dies that go into this cart. There's a timer countdown that makes sure the three dies have arrived into the hopper cart before it launches. Then it gets distributed one gunpowder, because you need one for the firework star. Then you get one possible diamond that adds an effect, and one possible glowstone with these randomizers, simple randomizers that add one effect each. And then everything gets broken by the cactus. It gets sent into this crafter in here with the 7 slots available. And when the crafter is filled, which we're going to see right now as items go up and into it, it waits a little and then distributes the firework star, which goes into the firework star storage, and it's ready to be used for rocket crafting. So yeah, and of course everything can be stopped with a button, which I really love. That's how I like my redstone. Easy to operate. And here's the rocket crafting system, which is a bit more complicated. It's not really more complicated, but it's more widespread. So paper comes in here from the storage above, and here you have 3 gunpowders. One is mandatory. Damn, I forgot to turn off chat. Hopefully no one is rude. I'm gonna turn off chat real quick. Just in case. Yeah. Just in case, Okay. So 1 gunpowder is mandatory, and the other 2 are optional. So you get different heights, when the rocket is launched, and it pops up at different heights. I think I only have levels 2 and 3. So a second gunpowder is mandatory, because if I didn't do that, they would pop off a little bit too close to the ground, and I don't like that. So basically what the rocket crafting does is it picks one firework star, which it sends through these water conduits, and then the gunpowder and the paper, it all assembles in here, pam 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 and pam. So each time it's three rockets crafted out of one firework star. I'm gonna turn that off because I think the storage is already full. And yeah, let's have a look at the storage for firework rockets, which should be accessible through here. Not here. Where is it? Here. I'm getting lost in my own base, guys. 3 months in here and I'm still getting lost. Oh, by the way, this is a little rail duper. Nothing special. And here is the firework storage and launch bay. So everything comes in here. As you can see on the minimap, there is a conduit spaghetti all around the base that I'm not gonna show because of security issues, of course. But all this is full of rockets, unique rockets, ready to use with matching colors, of course, or not. Pink, magenta, purple, orange, yellow, with the effects added, all automated. This is where the launch, item that I use one item. I used stone that drops from the side of the storage system in order to power the distribution system. So it lands on this pressure plates and despawns in 5 minutes, hence the 5-minute duration. And then we have this system of maybe I can so here it goes. We basically had 9 carts in here, hopper carts. I'm gonna get a little bit away because the way it's configured, there's a possibility that rockets end up in here and get shot right in your face into this target block. And yeah, so carts go around the base. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at that. So they go around the base and distribute to auto launchers. How convenient! It's night again. They distribute into underground launchers and then start climbing up the tower. We have one launcher in here, one in here, right there, and the last one is right here. This one doesn't get distributed as much because we kind of need to fill the 4 first ones before, but that's okay because it's the on the other side of the tower, you know. So, and then the carts go up there, as you can see, and then come onto the under the bridge on the ledge, drop in there in the pillar, and get back into the system. So it goes into a loop. And yeah, pretty slick. Pretty slick. One rocket just fired. And another. That happens because sometimes they stack, you know, even there are unique models. Uh, that's the theory, you know. In practice, because the wheel is circling around the color wheel, some rockets get stacked by more than 3, and that's a little problem for the system. It's not a huge deal, you know, it won't make it break, but yeah, sometimes it does weird stuff, like instead of a card it fires a rocket. And that's it. Layam on base. Constantiam. 100 days. And gaming. You know. That's what I do. That's what I do, guys. I hope you like it. There will be more. I have 3 more bases to showcase on 2 different other servers that are pretty dead right now. Crystal.me and Phoenix Anarchy. So see you soon. Goodbye.